What's going on, everyone? I'm going to give you guys a super valuable, helpful video today. I went out and got myself a whiteboard. This thing was a pain in the butt to set up. I literally have this on top of a desk, on top of a chair. But today I'm going to give you guys exactly how I create my own strength training programs, both for myself and for other people. I'm going to take this step by step, as basic as I can, so that you can use this exact formula to make your own custom strength training program. Completely free. I'm giving away all my best secrets here. Alright, first of all, you need to understand what stage of your lifting career you are in. So generally, you're going to either be kind of a beginning lifter, you don't have a whole lot of experience. Within like a couple years of lifting, you're going to probably fall into the intermediate range. And then as you move on, become more of an advanced lifter, and you can become like pro level. These are just random levels I'm coming up with here. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to create a program for an intermediate lifter. Step number one is you need to come up with your training split, which is kind of like your weekly routine and how often you're going to work out. A very basic split that I would give to a lot of intermediate lifters is push, pull, legs. This is kind of like a 6-day split where on day one you do a push workout, which is chest, shoulders, triceps, your push muscles. Day two is a pull workout, so back and biceps, rear delts, your pull muscles. Day three is a leg day, so just your lower body. And then you repeat that, and then you have an off day. So throughout the 7 days of a week, that's how you would go through it. My personal split is kind of a variance of this. I do kind of a legs push pull, but then instead of doing shoulders on my push day, I have a 4th day for shoulders, and then it's like a 4-day, and then I just rotate through that. Other splits could be a body part split, where you do arms one day, then chest one day, then back one day, then legs one day, then shoulders one day, and you just like do it like that. Another common split is an upper-lower split, so you do an upper body workout, then a lower body workout, then an upper body and a lower body. Another common one for really beginning lifters would just be a full body workout, like 3 times a week, like Monday full body, Wednesday full body, Friday full body. This right here, the one that we're going to be using for the purpose of this video, 6-day split push-pull legs. Next, we're going to talk about your training volume, or how many sets you're going to do for each workout. Alright, going back to the basic levels here, these are just numbers that I came up with. These are the numbers that I use. Really, it's personal preference. Some people like higher volume workouts, some people like lower volume workouts, but regardless, for beginners, I would usually say less than or equal to 18 sets per workout. For intermediate lifters, around 18 to 25 sets. Advanced lifters, I'd say like 26 to 34 sets in that range. Anything above that, like 35 and up, you're like pro bodybuilder status. Again, these are just recommendations. Some people prefer higher volume workouts. Some people are used to higher volume and can take that stuff. It all varies. This is what I use. And again, we're going with an intermediate lifter for this, so we're going to go with around 18 to 25 sets per workout. This is such a pain in the butt. Now the question is, how many exercises do you do? I'm just going to use like B for beginner, I for intermediate, and A for advanced. Generally, what I like to do is 3 to 4 sets per exercise. So going back to the amount of sets per workout that I just talked about, we're going to give a beginner about, I like to do 5 exercises per workout. Maybe 4 if you're like really beginner and you're doing a decent amount of frequency. Intermediate lifter, we're doing about 18 to 25 sets per workout. So you divide that into around 6 to 7 exercises. An advanced lifter, I do anywhere from 7 plus exercises, like 7 to 9 exercises per workout. And again, we're using an intermediate lifter for this video. I need something better to erase with. So where we are now, intermediate lifter, doing a push-pull leg split, so 6 days a week, 18 to 25 sets per workout, 6 exercises per workout. Now we decide which exercises to use, how many sets, how many reps per set per exercise. I'm a big structure guy, so I like to have a consistent formula that I use when picking my exercises, what order to put them in, how many sets, etc. Exercise number 1, we're going to start with one of the big 3 lifts. On push day, that's bench. On pull day, that's deadlift. On leg day, that's squat. We're going to do that for 4 sets of 3 to 6 reps. Now I'll quickly explain how I go about my rep schemes and weight progression. Say the rep range is 3 to 6 reps. It's push day. You do bench for 225 for 4 sets of 4. My goal here is to do 4 reps on every set. Then the next push day, you're going to do bench for 4 sets and go for 5 reps on each set. Then the next push day, you do 4 sets of 6 reps for each set. Once you get that, increase the weight to say 235, 245, and then the next day, next push day, you do 4 sets of 3, so you drop down back to the bottom of the rep range with the heavier weights, and then you keep working yourself up. So you start with the weight at the bottom of the rep range, and then you work yourself up to the top of the rep range with that weight over X number of weeks. Then once you get to the top of that rep range, you increase the weight, and you go back to the bottom of the rep range and move yourself back up, and it's kind of a linear weight progression. Anyway, so we start off every workout with one of the big 3 lifts. Say you're doing shoulders, like I have a shoulder day in my split as well. I do overhead press for the first lift. Even though it's not a big 3 lift, it's like the main shoulder movement. For the next 2 exercises, we're going to do a heavy compound movement. This might be something like a dumbbell incline on push day, barbell row on pull day, and leg press on leg day. A compound movement is a heavy lift that involves movement at multiple joints. We're going to do each of these for 3 to 4 sets, your choice, in the 6 to 8 rep range. Now looking at rep ranges, the lower the reps are, the more strength-oriented the movement is. So say for this first movement, we're in the 3 to 6 rep range, which is really low, because we're going to focus on building up strength for that first big movement. And then the rep range is going to increase as we go down, so weights are going to get lighter. We're going to start with the heavy movements in the smaller rep ranges to really focus on strength, building up in the first couple big heavy compound exercises. Exercise number 4, what I like to do is a heavy assistance isolation movement. So your assistant muscles are going to be kind of like the secondary muscle group that you're hitting on a given day. On your push day, your main muscle group is going to be your chest. Assistant muscle groups will be your shoulders and triceps. Pull day, your main muscle group will be your back. Assistant muscle group would be your biceps. Leg day, say your main muscle group is your quads. Assistants might be your hamstrings and glutes. So for a heavy assistance isolation exercise, an isolation exercise is just a movement at one joint, and we're focusing on the assistance muscle group, the secondary muscle group. So say on push day, we're going to do a heavy triceps isolation exercise or a heavy shoulders isolation exercise. This might be skull crushers, if you can do a lot of weight on skull crushers, or a heavy barbell curl, or like a stiff leg deadlift, something you can put a decent amount of weight on, but is an isolation exercise for the secondary muscle group. We'll do that for 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Exercise number 5 is going to be a main isolation exercise. This is an isolation exercise for the big main muscle group that you're hitting that day. So on a push day, this might be chest flies, an isolation exercise for your chest. On back day, this might be a cable lat pullover. This might be leg extensions on leg day. This one going for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. For isolation exercises, we're keeping it in the higher rep range. Really focus on getting really good, solid contractions. And last exercise, we're going to do an assistance muscle isolation exercise. 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. This is going to be similar to exercise number 4, but we're in a higher rep range. So we're going to not be using as heavy of weight, focusing on getting good contractions. But again, just another exercise for the assistant muscle group. This is the exact formula that I would follow if I was giving an intermediate lifter with push-pull legs 6 exercises a workout. This is how I would construct a workout for any given day for this person. And of course, I would plug in exercises for each one, kind of depending on what the person likes, what works for the person, what they have available to them, etc. For a beginner lifter, I would, number 1, take out one of these exercises, one of the ones towards the bottom here. And for where it says 3 to 4 sets here, I would do 3 sets for each exercise. For a more advanced lifter, I would add in probably another compound lift. And for these 3 to 4 set exercises, be more towards the 4 sets per exercise. Got this? Can I erase it? Good. Actually, wait, no, let's talk about rest times. So rest times in between sets for each of these exercises, starting at the top here, for the big 3 lifts, what I like to do is say, kind of rest as long as you need to, but for like a general sense here, we're going to say rest 2 minutes. That says mins, if like it looks really bad. For the 2 heavy compounds here, I'm going to say rest 90 seconds. For the heavy assistance movement, I'll say rest about 60 seconds. And for the last 2 isolation exercises, we're going to say rest about 45 seconds. Those rest times are going to make sure that your workout is intense. You're not going to be resting as much, which is what I like. I like to be getting into it a little more in the gym, but you could add on a little time to those rest times. If you like a little more time to recover between sets and it makes you have a little more energy for your next set, by all means, rest a little bit longer. The reason why the rest time gets shorter as we go through the workout is because in the higher rep ranges for the more strength-based movements, you're going to need more time to recover in between sets. And for the higher rep ranges down here, you don't need as much time to recover, which is why the rest time gets shorter. Oh man. I hit shoulders yesterday, so my shoulders are already sore. This is making it more difficult. Alright, I think that's everything. If I missed anything, make sure to comment down below and ask. I'll definitely answer. What do you guys think of the whiteboard video? I thought it might be a little more engaging, try to switch it up a little bit, but if you guys liked it, I'll definitely do more of these. That's all we got for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, share this video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one.